Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Drin. I apologize for the little delay. Just how we do it is sometimes a little technical. It's a little technical difficult. Technical difficulties. So, tonight we have a special guest. It's gonna be this guy I've known since I was a baby, pretty much. This was my first best friend, and we continue to be friends. This is more like family to me. We go by the name of, I call him Nelly Nels, aka Nels, aka WitMoney, aka Witty, also known as Whitnell Paul. So I'm gonna bring him in, and he's gonna introduce himself.
Yo, what's going on?
What's going on, Nels? How you doing? How's everything? Thank you.
Good, man. Good to see you. Like your hat, you know what I'm saying? Next tape, you know what I mean?
You know how it go. You know how it really is. I did that specifically because, we on a 3-game winning streak.
You know what I mean?
Some haters is out there, so
that's cool.
I can't allow them to do that.
I'm one of the haters, so it's fine.
Fine. Brother, here we go. I don't know if you're a hater or a tough critic.
I'm a tough critic and I'm a hater. I'm a big hater. I use my hate wisely.
Brother.
I'm a big hater, but I try not to let people know I'm hating, or I try to channel my hate. I'm not a hater.
So for those that don't know, we are live on YouTube and live on Facebook now. So Facebook people will be seeing this. Let me see if I can get the chat up and running. Let me ask you, can you see the chat from where you are again?
I don't think so. I don't know if I have to press something. I don't think so.
All right. Well, we'll work on it.
I think I have to log in or something like that. I would have to go on Facebook, wouldn't I? Oh, maybe I can.
You can. You see somebody just posted up?
I seen it says, what up, man? I don't see who it is though.
Yeah, that was Max. I have both screens on right now, so I get to see, I guess, who writes in Facebook. For some reason, it only says Facebook user. It doesn't tell you exactly who it is. So, what's going on, Max? How's everything going? All right. Of course, we got right now, it's the beginning of the chat, so we're still waiting on people to come in. We got currently 6 people in. Definitely make sure you guys hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. As always, I appreciate it. I do these things every week, and I'm trying to put my all into this. So any type of support, it's good. It's good. All right. So basically, I brought you in today. Matter of fact, before we even do that, introduce yourself in essence, right? Who are you? How we know each other from your perspective and whatnot.
Obviously my name is Whitnell, WITNEL. So, you know what I mean? For everybody don't get it wrong next time I talk to you. We know each other from, when you held me when I was crying when I was a baby trying to steal my bottle.
I was trying to get that picture.
You know what I mean? Yeah, we know each other since we was babies, and we grew up together. Even me coming out here to moving to Long Island. You remember that when I used to come to your crib when my pop still had the house in Queens? Yeah, we went to school together. We went to church together. Went to played in bands. Yeah, bro. We just lived life together, bro.
Our musical journey started. Yours started way before mine, but
no, we took lessons at the same time.
But you started since you was a kid. I started at 7.
I guess. All right. I mean, still, we had the same piano teacher.
Man. That infamous Monday route.
Right. And the PT Cruiser.
Yep. Word. Or the Echo Line.
Right. Or the Echo Line. Yo, he had the Echo Line.
The Echo Line. Yep. It was the PT Cruiser or the Echoline. And when we saw those, it would be between me, you, Steven, calling, hey, I still leave your house yet? See if we could get a last minute practice or whatever.
You would catch me first, right? Fresh from the bus.
Yo.
Y'all would do sports. Y'all would do sports so y'all wouldn't have to take lessons. It's cool though.
Yo.
It's cool though.
Sports came in clutch. When I tell you clutch. But those were days.
We had the band together.
The new version, yes. I'm still waiting for the new version reunion. You know what I mean?
That's not gonna happen.
We gotta have a new version. We gotta wait till like we're like 50, and then have like a new version reunion.
No shot. There's no chance. Who's gonna so? Josh would have to pick up the guitar, right?
Yeah.
Steven would have to pick up the trumpet.
The trumpet. Five has to pick up the sax.
And Nico has to pick up the bass.
Supposedly Nico plays every now and then.
He just says he does. He just hangs his bass as art in his crib. He does it.
And I would have to go buy another drum set.
And I would have to play the piano again because I don't play the piano anymore.
You a hater. You play the piano. I mean, I know churches kind of backed off a little bit, but it's going to come back and you're going to be right back on them keys.
No, I'm not. The whole back.
You say so.
All right. No, I'm not. It's just not the same. I mean, because I found my real vice, my real passion. Music, piano led me there, but my studio is...
That's what you're doing. And for those that you don't know, he is... Are you a full-time owner or a partial owner?
I'm a full owner of Threadbare Music Studio in Long Island City.
Okay, so full-time owner of Threadbare Music Studio, Long Island City. Mm-hmm. For those of you that don't know, well, you should know because I say it every time I play the song. My little theme song was produced by WitMoney, which is the producer name. Where did that come from, WitMoney? Because we was Nelly Nels for a minute.
Yeah, when I went on tour with Kurt, he just started saying WitMoney. So it just stuck. Plus, people, and this is something I'll share with you, right? Damn. Well, okay. People don't call me. I don't like people call me any kind of nicknames, right? So like you guys call me Nels. My name is Whit Nell. My mom used to call me Nenel and all my aunts, whatever. So y'all call me Nels, and that's where Nels and Nelly Nels derive from, which is cool. Right? It's not like I don't like the name, but if you don't know me in that
capacity,
you can't like. It's just when somebody says it, it just be like, damn, bro, but you wasn't that silent with me. Like you don't know. Like that. Damn. So it's just like it's way more cooler if people just call me Wit, So it's just like my family calls me Nels, which is cool, and then my friends and everybody else they call me Wit, and it's just like I hate when people mess up my name, that. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I just say my name is Wit. You can't say Wit Nell, just say Wit, and we good. I'm cool with that.
The funny part is, like, I think the first time I heard people, because people in school used to call you Wit, like when you went to college.
Nah. Oh, no. When I went to college, people call me Will, like Will.
That was right. That's right.
Because my friend just said, I'm not saying Wit Nell. I'm just going to call you Will, which is like, all right, fam. Whatever you want to do. And everybody just started calling me Will. That's
borderline disrespectful, but all right,
Nah, I just hate when people mess up my name, bro. My name don't got an H, it don't got two 8 L's. Like it's not a Y in there. Like I just don't like it. It's the simplest. It's 6 letters. You sound it out. Like get hooked on phonics if you don't got it. It's Whit Nell.
Actually, at one point it was Wheat Nell.
Chill out, relax. Okay, I'll leave right now. Relax.
So, and I guess for you and your name, like it is a derivative of both your parents' names.
Yeah, my dad's name is Whitley, right? My mom's name is Marnell. So that's how they got Whitnell.
I think we were like grown by the time I realized that. which is wild.
Yeah, me too. I think
But
my
you know
dad.
what it was? I didn't know your dad's real name until we was older.
Oh, right.
That's what it was.
Right. Yeah, that's a weird
So,
name too, Whitley. I don't understand how my grandma got that name, but whatever.
yo, man, hey,
Both
it
my
is what it.
actually, I like I think my dad's name is trash. I love my mom's name though. My mom's name is mad pretty, but my Whitley is like whatever.
It's an old school name.
Is it really?
I think so.
For a Haitian to name, I don't. That's so weird.
Well, it's the same thing with my name. For a Haitian to be named Aldrin,
Yeah,
it's
your
fucking
name is
weird.
weird too, but your name is but it's lit. Your name is weird that it came from a Haitian. Like, I'm surprised a Haitian would say Aldrin.
And everybody, according to my dad, when my grandfather named him, everybody was like, "No, you're supposed to say Adrian. Like, why are you saying what is like? You don't even make sense saying Aldrin."
Yeah.
You know, in Creole, it's Aldrin. They were like, "No, Adrien."
Your grandfather named you that?
No, my grandfather named my father that.
I said, that's what I said. Your dad.
Oh, you said named you that.
I said,
oh, yeah.
Your dad.
Yeah, my grandfather named him that. And they were like, no, it's supposed to be Adrian. And my grandfather was like, nah, it's Aldrin. So they all thought he was crazy. So that's part of the reason why my dad.
The spelling of your name is L too. The A-L-D. Yeah, I like it a lot. It's L. I don't know. It's just L. But Whitley is just not L.
You a hater. Leave your pops alone, son.
My mom's name is Fire. Marnelle. That's heat. The L-L-E is heat.
I think you're just a little biased towards your mom. That's all.
Bro, I have both their same names, the same amount of letters, so it's not. I can't be biased.
Yeah, but we all called you Nels for a minute now.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't.
Now you're giving Wit some shine. That's all.
Oh, it's just because if you don't know me like that, I'd rather you call me Wit. That's why I just made the tag as WitMoney or whatever. Like, it's funny on the beats. It's not. There's no even wit on there. It's just shmoney. So, like, if anybody were to find my beats, they wouldn't know who the hell I was. Because shmoney's not nowhere. Like, if somebody came to you like, yo, you know shmoney? Like, you're going to be like, I don't have no money for you, kid.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. When you gave me those things and I was listening through them and I'm like, I kept hearing it at first. And I'm like, what? It didn't dawn on me that was the tag.
Yeah. But that's
I just kept hearing it, and I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell is he saying? And I'm like, oh, that's his tag.
See, but that's lit because that's my whole. Like, I don't need to be up front, but I want you to feel I'm there.
Yeah.
So it's like, even though the tag be too loud sometimes, I don't like it to be that loud. But the artist that wants me to do the beats, they want the tag that loud. But I be wanting to have it subtle, so it's like you don't see me there, but you feel me there. That's how I want to move in the music industry or in my life or my friends or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't gotta be up front or wherever, but you know what I mean. Like, I'm gonna do stuff that you feel me. Like, you know, it's a little deep, but yeah, it's just me.
Gotcha. So we had conversation before about kind of what we were going to talk about tonight. And we have some specific topics. We have broad topics. Where you want to start off with?
RIP.
Well, oh yeah, RIP and DMX. I guess we could hit, some, I guess, what do they call them again? Why am I drawing a blank? This is wild. We can, hit current events, right? So DMX died.
Yeah, it's crazy.
As much as this one hurts for me, because I was a big DMX head, I'm kind of at peace with it.
Wow.
Because I feel like DMX, again, as much as he was troubled or whatever, the man lived his life. And I want to say, like, now he could be at peace, but like, it was just more of like, for me, it seemed more of like, he lived his life fully. Mm-hmm. Yes, he had his demons, but like, he was a highly spiritual person.
Right.
And it exuded off him. So for me, I kind of like I said, I want to say this thing hurts because, of course the man died. And of course now I'm hearing he was coming out with another album that's fire. supposedly.
Always
and
are. They always are.
And it's kind of just like, damn, but it is that. And it, like,
I think you hit it right on. I think you hit it like right on the head, because he said that himself. Like, he said, "Yo, if I die today, I die happy because he lived a full life."
Yeah,
even though with his whatever. So he said that too. I seen a clip.
Was that drink champs?
I don't know if that was Drink Champ. Maybe that's Nori's thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it might have been that, because everybody was saying, yeah, there was mad people. It might have been that.
Okay.
But yeah,
and also like he did the verses and all that stuff. So it's kind of like he got his flowers before he went. Like it's different with like a person like Nipsey. Like Nipsey went and you knew like, damn, like there was so much more potential. There was so much more that was about to, because he just dropped his first studio album and the shit was fire.
He
like to this day.
That was I'm blanking on the name. It was Heat though.
You talking about the album?
Yeah, what was the album name called?
Victory Lap.
Victory Lap. Yeah, it was fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just I think with Nipsey, it was the way though. It was more so the way he died. It was
the way he went out.
It was just like a hater. Like, it's just always corny when somebody takes your life.
Yeah.
So it's never gonna be not corny. Just like the Don. You know what I mean? I don't even want to, but
yeah.
It's always gonna be corny when somebody takes your life, mistakenly, not mistakenly, right? It's just, yeah, bro. It's always. And
I was even debating on even bringing that situation up.
We don't got to, but I just gotta say it's corny.
It's just, I don't want to bring up the trauma of it, to be honest with you. Like, there's only so many times I could keep talking about the same thing. Everybody know, y'all go back in the pasture and talks. Y'all know my position on this shit. And there goes the first one. I be trying not to cuss. I swear I do.
We can't curse on it?
You can cuss. I just try not to.
Your mom be watching?
No, she watches. She'll probably catch it later or whatever, but it's more my dad. He'd be like, come on, man,
that's funny.
Your aunt and uncle's trying to support you, but you cuss too much. I'm like, between him and Dina, they're like, you gotta stop cussing, but I can't help it. I'm sorry. That's how I speak.
Yo, I don't know if you remember when you used to say that I cursed too much when we was a little younger, like when we was like 20, 22?
Yeah. I said that.
You used to say, yo, bro, you can't say anywhere without cursing. I was like, no, that's not true.
Whatever.
That's not true. But yeah, when somebody takes their life, it's corny, but RIP to DMX for sure.
Word.
It was like, that was my first. I think I said this to you. I think when you used to record songs on the radio on the tape. I feel like DMX was the first song I did that to, because I wanted to rap it in school. Like, I wanted to be lit. You know what I mean? I wanted to rap it in school. But yeah, bro, it's just sad when you lose it. And unfortunately, we get into that age where, like, a lot of these people gonna start. I mean, again, they're going a little bit too soon.
Yeah.
But we're gonna get to that age where a lot of our heroes, a lot of these people start going. Imagine how I'm gonna be, right? When Eli Manning dies. Imagine the record I'm gonna be.
Yo, you're gonna lose your mind.
Oh, bro.
You are going to lose your mind. Nelson's gonna be like, yeah, we gotta go to the funeral. We sending flowers all the time.
Of course, bro. I gotta play. Like, I gotta do whatever I gotta do. You already know Eli's my guy.
Yo, the family gonna be like, this is a private affair. When Nelson's gonna be like, I'm family though.
That's my man. My son is gonna be named Eli. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's no crap. That's no crap. My son bought me a championship. I've never seen nobody. Yo, no, not a lot of people can say they went to a championship parade.
Oh, bro, that joint was lit.
And I went to two. We went to two.
We did.
Prom of our years. That's lit.
So, yeah.
They paying? Who's paying? No, I said Eli. Relax. Who
is that?
I think that's a 5. It says CJ.
Yeah, probably. If he's talking about Peyton, it's most likely 5.
No, I'm talking about Eli Manning. Eli Manning, the one with 2 Super Bowl rings. Yeah.
Dina acting up right now. She's trying to distract me.
Yo, come on, we live on the air, bro. Isn't that your producer? We gotta cut the commercial break and handle this.
Something else, man. Something else.
Wow.
Nah, but so imagine. That's a whole different thing. That's a whole different thing. I was going the opposite direction, but I was gonna say, imagine how I'm going to be if these boys over here bring something.
It's gonna happen.
Yo, my Nels, I tell you right now,
it's gonna be lit for Charlie.
Yo, it's gonna be lit for everybody.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I don't care if I move out of New York or whatever. If they bring home a chip, I'm booking the overnight flight.
Got to.
I will be here for that ticker tape.
But this is the thing. When especially in the NBA, when they win a chip, you know they're gonna win a chip.
Bird.
Like, I mean, like you know, you gotta make it to the one playoff game or be in New York for the playoff series,
bro.
You know what I mean? That's what I do.
Like, as much as I want them to, tank and not make the playoffs, it's just like I kind of want them to make the playoffs.
Yeah, I want them to tank too, but it's just like it's lit, cool.
You're gonna enjoy it because it's kind of like, damn, we haven't got to enjoy this in so long, but in the same time, you're like,
it's not so long. I don't like when people say that because it's not so long because Melo did bring us to the playoffs. All right. So
yes.
We was in the playoffs.
It was over 5 years ago.
I'm just saying, like that was
what 13, 14?
But we've seen a bigger drought than that.
Yes.
It's just cool to hate on the Knicks, bro. You saying all the stuff that haters say. The Knicks hasn't won it so long.
We haven't. Like, yo, listen.
We should the Bucks. What do you mean? Year. The Bucks haven't won for so long. So what?
Bucks who cares about the Bucks?
The Hawks haven't won for so long. The Nets haven't won for so long.
Who cares about them?
So I'm just saying, like,
nobody cares about them.
It's cool to hate the Knicks. I'm not with it.
You just said you were a big Knick hater.
I never cut it out. I said I'm a hater. I never said I was a Knick hater. Relax. I never said that.
Bro.
I never said I was a Knick hater.
I guess he wasn't there at the beginning of the conversation.
I said I was a Knick. Jordan, you don't know my body.
I said, love the Knicks, and you were like, I'm just a hater.
I am. It's like a pest. Okay, you're right. I didn't say I was a Knicks hater. I am a hater.
All right.
That's not the same thing.
Gotcha. Understood. Understood.
You tried to jam me up. Chill, bro. You know, man. Come on.
About to treat you like Michael Rappaport or something right now.
Cut it out.
Max Kellerman all of a sudden.
It's Knicks till I die. It's just I'm gonna be hard on them. That's all. That's cool.
That's completely fine. We're allowed to be
hard. If they do something fire, I'm gonna be like, nah, it's not fire. I'm gonna hate on it. That's what I mean by.
You know what it is? I think that's your PTSD. That's why you're doing that.
Could be. Probably.
Yeah, I mean, you're trying to protect your heart. I feel you.
I just want them to be great. I'm like that with anybody that wants us to be great, to be honest. I want you to be great. You know what I mean? We got to get to the work. We got to get to the bag. So,
all right. Moving on. Let's talk about Threadbare Music NYC, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have a studio, a music production, engineering business. What was your inspiration in starting this business?
Okay, so my inspiration was where I was. I was at a Queens College, kind of working, just wasn't getting it done, and I couldn't have freedom to level up my craft and career. The question is, how did I get into that? Right? I was in school for accounting at Queens College, and my senior year, the year I graduated, I found out that the school had a studio, and I had never touched a studio in my life. Like I only been in studios to like play. You know, somebody asked me to play for like a record or something like that. Oh, and I used to dabble with JP, with Patrick or whatever. You know, like whatever. I don't know. I never took it that serious. But my man's he hit me up. It was just like, yo, there's a class that got a studio that teaches you how to run a studio. So it was like a 3 credits. I'm thinking like it's a guaranteed A. Well, why not? Let's do it. And I've never been in the studio. So after that, I took that one class. The professor like loved me so much, he begged me to take the next class. And then, like they wanted me to stay after I graduated to to intern and then work at the school. So that's what I did. And then that's when I started to fall in love with engineering and learning how to run studios and have studio sessions, record. Like I was recording like live bands. I was recording when I was in school. I was recording like orchestras and stuff like that. So, I was doing that and it was cool. I grew a passion for it. Like I liked it way better than just like playing the piano, kind of. Because I always knew I wanted to be something more than just like a church piano player.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So I did that, and then shout out to my man's, Hermes, because he was in a lab with me. First started, I was experimenting on him, and teaching myself how to engineer on him and Max. And from there, that's when I just outgrew that space, and I got my own studio, and I just started leveling up from there. So that's kind of how that whole, it happened by accident, like really. Like if I never saw my man that day, I would have been an accountant doing everybody's taxes.
That's wild. Everything happens for a reason.
Right.
Yes.
We don't know if it's a good reason or a bad reason yet. But
this is true.
Hopefully it's a good one.
Well, so before we continue, I just have to address this because he's been trying to irk my nerves with this every time.
Yeah, nah.
Max,
no.
Stay your bandwagon ass over there. All right? You don't even know who the Brooklyn Nets was until KD and Kyrie show up. I am tired of these Nets fans. And the crazy part is I wanted to support the Nets in essence because of just, all right, you're in New York. You're not my team, but I won't root against you. But now because of all these fans, it's turning into the Cowboys. And it's like, I don't want to, shut up.
That's what's going to happen. And they killing. Listen, they nice. Kyrie's nice. KD is nice. Harden is nice. But I'm a Knicks fan until I die. And anybody that's used to be a Knicks fan and now is a Nets fan, I judge you OD.
Judge you.
OD. I tell all my boys that, my boy, he's a Knicks fan, but he's a huge Harden fan. Every time he starts talking too good about the Nets, yo, watch your mouth. Remember, it's Knicks tape. Watch your mouth.
I can't do it. I can't do it. But all right, so now so if it wasn't for your boy telling you about that studio, this Threadbare Music Group might not have never happened.
Definitely would never happen, bro.
Now that you are in it, right,
mm-hmm.
and you're doing it, what made you take that jump to actually opening the studio on your own? Because I know we always had conversations growing up about yo, what if I make a studio? And we was always just planning in your parents' basement.
Right.
I'm doing it. And then all of a sudden you're yo, I got my own space and I'm making the studio. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, it's God, bro. It's really God. Because I didn't realize it until I was done that I was just yo, you wanted to do this your whole life and you just did it. It was really God. Because I didn't one of my colleagues was just we should just do a studio. And I'm just, because this is the thing. The school was supposed to get $1 million grant to upgrade their studio, right? Which was going to be lit. I was going to spearhead it and I was going to design it and everything. But then the grant went away, or there was just mad complications and it wasn't going to be how I wanted it to be. And I can't do anything trash. The studio was just a good learning experience for me, but that studio isn't fire or whatever. So it was just in my best interest for me to just get my own space, Thank God I could have, thank God I could afford a little bit to take the risk and whatever. So it's yeah, I just went for it without thinking about all the negative stuff. You know,
Gotcha.
I just went for it, and like I think I was on. I think I just got back from. I got home from like my second tour or something like that. So I was like, the music aspect of my life was just like in heavy rotation. So it just made sense. And like I didn't hit any bumps doing it either. Like I found the first space that the dude showed me. Like it's not a realtor, it's maybe it is a realtor, whatever.
The leasing company or whatever.
No, because I got a realtor. Is it a realtor? Whatever.
Probably.
Huh?
Probably.
Yeah, I got a realtor, and it was the first space I went to, and I was just like, "Oh, damn, this is like high ceiling." I was like, "Oh, this is low key lit." The location is like right outside the city. I'm like, "Damn, all right, let's just do it." And then I started building it with one of my colleagues, and kind of was just we were just going plucking away at it, and it just happened. You know, like it's like the way it is now is not how it was 4 years ago, but you know, I
Yeah, I
just
mean, of course, with advancements, you upgrade
yeah,
and
yeah.
you do stuff.
But I just did it like unconsciously, to be honest. Yeah,
So
it's pretty popping. I'll tell you something else, right? I just there's this mic that I've been wanting for 2 years. It's like the next level. Like I have good equipment right now already, but this is like the next level kind of mic that only big studios have, right? And I wanted it, but I don't have like that big studio, so it's just like it doesn't make sense for me to have that kind of thing or like expense that kind of thing if it's like
yeah,
a budget studio. But I got it. I got it just last week, and it was really it was again it was like by accident. So it's like when I tell you it's just God, like when whatever the plan is, if you want it, you ask for it, and then He just says go. You just gotta go. So that's kind of I'm big into that now. It's just like you just gotta go. Just gotta trust whatever God telling you to do. So I think I'm thankful that I had a studio now. I'm thankful of how successful it is because it could have folded during COVID too.
this is true.
That's another thing. Like that studio could have folded in a major way, and it didn't. It kind of took off during COVID. I
Uh,
mean,
Everybody kind of needs a space. That's what it is.
yeah. I didn't expect it. I was getting ready to give it up. To be honest, I was definitely getting ready to give it up, but I leveled up. It's crazy. Not
That's,
to, I'm bragging a little bit too much, but
no, go ahead, break away, man. Listen,
nah, it's just I'm thankful. I'm grateful. I'm just saying I'm great. I'm saying it to say it's something I didn't expect, but it happened, and God sees that I'm working hard. Like how hard I be in there all day, all night.
every day, yeah.
You know what I mean? And
And it's a long drive from where you live. That's the thing.
oh yeah, but I mean, yeah, the drive is sick. It's not. I mean, I'm so used to doing it, but it's not lit at all.
Yeah.
I'm used to driving. Period. Like even when I was in school, driving to school. So yeah.
All right. So now we had something that we was gonna say, right?
About the studio.
No, no, not about the studio. There was something else. I didn't get to write them down because actually when we were talking, I was in the middle of working, so I didn't write them down. I should have. But you, oh, you wanted to bring up a video that was on Instagram recently.
Oh, so let me ask you this. Let me ask. Oh,
Let me see if I could pull it up. But then again, you won't be able to see
I
the
mean, I know what
screen.
it says.
But before we even talk about that, just you in general, I ask this amongst everybody that usually comes on the show. Usually do it in the beginning, but we got long-winded and other things. Your definition of manhood, because it is a show about manhood and how we do it, right? What is your What was your definition of manhood? What is your definition of manhood? Has it changed? How has it changed, or has it not changed?
Um, I guess you could say it changed. I used to think manhood. Okay, manhood. I could be using the term loosely, right? So just correct me if I'm talking about the not the same thing. But I used to think being a man was about being tough and like you can't look weak. You gotta like always know what you're doing, things like that of nature, like real macho kind of thing. My perception of that changed a little bit because you know it's not tough to look tough. If that makes sense.
Hmm.
I like that thing. I realized like it's not tough to look tough. It's actually tough to be yourself. I believe that being a man is like is holding a lot of those values about standing up for yourself, knowing what you want to do, leading, right? But being yourself, doing it. I think that's what changed for me over the years. I see a lot of people like try to act a certain way when they don't really have to, but in the sake in the name of like being a man or whatever. And
Yeah,
I know people that are like 10 times the man they are, and they don't have to act that way. And it's not tough as in like fighting or anything like that, or being mad or something like that. It's just people just you don't have to act out of character. Being a manhood is knowing your place, knowing what you want, knowing how to get there, and like take like leading. That's what I believe in certain aspects. I'm sure there's more to it. Maybe I'm just not thinking of it right now, but
no, it makes sense. I like the idea of being there's a quality to being a man as in being yourself, because that is the tough thing to do, right? We are in a society, and we always say it, be a leader, not a follower. Your
right,
parents tell you that growing up, but you don't realize until, I don't want to say until you're older, but until like you've I guess gone through some things, like how much you probably used to follow other trends and stuff like that, whereas opposed to living in your own truth and in your own space is a lot more difficult, especially in times now.
definitely. I,
You
I,
know,
I would 100% say that.
like we live in an era where, of course, there's cancel culture, there's all this other stuff. So I think just having the space to be like, you know what, this is how I feel, this is what I'm gonna say, this is what I'm gonna do, whatever, and not either care or fear being judged by that makes you
Oh,
not only a man but a strong-willed individual.
right, right. It's tricky. It's tricky because it's like I don't want to say those adjectives are only for men because women can
It's
have
not.
the same thing. Like I believe everybody should be that, but it's just like I don't know. I don't want to sound like what's the word that they use for niggas? Uh, it's not sexist. It's a
Oh,
misogynist.
misogynistic or male
Yeah,
chauvinist.
yeah, chauvinist. Yeah, I don't want to sound like that when I say it's like that's what I believe a man should be.
Well,
Because
I mean, this is a show on manhood, so well, I guess I shouldn't assume, but it should be assumed that we are
yeah,
going to talk about man.
yeah. But that's what yeah. It's like me when I look at myself and as a man, I see I gotta. It's like I gotta have whatever goals I set, whatever way I put down to make those goals, things like that. Like I try not I try to be happy with who I am. So like, I try not to be corny. Like it's just my thing. Whatever, and it's whatever I think is corny. It's not even like I just try not to be. If I think that's corny, it's like I'm not gonna be. I don't want to be a hypocrite. Like so, I don't know. I feel like it's just mad vague. It's mad. It's kind of hard to say to define whatever. But like if I had a son, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had a son.
Young Eli.
Yeah, young Eli, right? And I had to teach him how to be a man. I would teach him how to stand on his own. Like I think that's the best way to whatever that is, whether it's like financially, emotionally, spiritually, with your friends, with your family, with your job, whatever the case is, you got to be able to stand on your own.
And I think that's a good point that you brought up, like in whatever it is, whether it's financially, spiritually, all those stuff. Because I think with manhood, again, also we are taught just the toughness of being a man, right? You got to be tough. You got to be financially stable or whatever. But we don't talk about spirituality. We don't talk about being mentally sound as a man. Also, it's kind of like, all right, you have, in order to be mentally sound, you have to just be tough. Whatever happens to you,
gotta take
it, put it in a box, and keep moving on.
See, but that's not true. See, you don't got to do that to be tough.
That's why I say. That's what I'm saying. Like
you
that's
got to
what we
know
were
how to
taught.
deal. You got to know how to deal with it. You know what I mean? Like you got to know how to deal with it all. So I don't think it makes me less of a man if I'm going through a little mental thing and I call you, my bro, to just be like, yo, I'm going through it or whatever, and we chat it up and whatever. That don't make me less of a man.
Mm-hmm.
But like certain people, my hair look crazy. Anyway, certain people, they think that's soft. Like, why are you complaining? Or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it just and it's like I don't go by that. I think it's strength to identify whatever your weakness is. I learned that in the gym, bro. Oh my gosh. And I can't even get that. I can't even get the concept. I'm sorry if I'm ranting or going off topic a little bit, but
it's all right. Go ahead.
This morning I went to the gym, right? And I've been going by myself for like 2 weeks, but then I got back with my boy, with Marcus, whatever, right? And bro, they laid me out on the gym, right? And it was workouts that I was doing by myself already. Like I should have been able to whatever. That was what was going on in my head. I should have been able to do all of them like no problem or whatever. So it's just like whatever they laid me out, I'm sitting there gasping for air, like I threw up, like all that, whatever. But in my head, it's like all weak stuff. Like, damn, yo, how you letting people see you like this? Like you on the floor, like can't breathe.
Because that's what we were taught.
Right. But then it's just like, when I was leaving, a lady was just like, oh my gosh, I love seeing you work out because it's so inspiring. Keep going. Mad people tell me that in the gym. And then I call my boy. And I told him the same thing. I was just like, yo, bro, like I don't like these niggas is busting my ass, and they shouldn't have busted my ass. He told me exactly this. He said, yo, it's good. They're identifying where your limit is. They just pushing you past it.
Pushed you past it.
Whatever your weakness is, bet that's the weakness. We're gonna attack it. But that don't make you weak. You know what I mean? Like
that just sharpened you.
Literally, it makes you stronger. Like literally.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. Like if I'm going through whatever and I gotta talk to my man, I gotta be vulnerable. That don't make me weak. I'm addressing my vulnerability to make me stronger. Yeah, bro. So acting tough is not tough. That's my slogan. Acting tough is not tough, bro. Identify whatever your weakness is and then get to it. And then now you're strong. Now it's not a weakness no more. You literally stronger.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's like little nuggets like that would be happening to me. It just be getting me like excited, but like it's hard for me to keep that in my brain when something else has been drilled into me
for the past 30 years. That's what I'm saying. It's now that I think also with our generation, we are starting to look at these things a lot differently. Whether it be we had the opportunity, and now we live in a generation where a lot of things were afforded to us that our parents weren't afforded, and they had to like deal with certain things because it's just what they had to do in order to survive. Whereas we get a little more leniency and a little more, I guess, spoiledness or whatever to explore. But I think our generation is really starting to look at those things like, yo, you know what? It might not be as cool or tough as we thought it was.
Right.
Like the harder thing to do is, like you said, you have that weakness and address it. And then you get stronger from it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think a lot of people, I think it's very cool that we can do that now at this age, as opposed to when it normally happens for, I guess, men when they're old. And that's when it's like, oh, he's so wise. No, if you sit down and have the conversation with the old heads, they'll probably be like, I wish I knew this when I was your age.
I don't even agree with that.
What do you mean?
I think if I don't think older people get hip to it when they get older, of what we're talking about you're being vulnerable doesn't make you weak.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think older people understand that either. I don't think like as you get older that comes automatically. That's what I'm trying to get
No,
at.
I didn't say it comes automatically, but a lot of times if it does come, it's usually in an advanced age.
I don't
because
know.
At that point it's like, I'm done, I'm retired, I have nothing but time to think and stuff like that. And all of a sudden now you're going like, what did I do for my life?
Okay.
And you're starting to think about stuff and how you would have changed it, and that's when you start hitting like, oh, let me tell you something, young boy. If I was your age, I would do this. Because older people always have that thing like, oh, do this, do that. You don't waste your time this because I would have done this, and I would have loved all that. It's because they're realizing like certain things that they assumed was tough or assumed that they needed to do at the time. They didn't need to do it that way. They can change that.
Different, yeah. I suppose so. I mean, I suppose so. I don't really know because like I just look at my dad. My dad still act the same way he acted when I was 1. See what I mean? My son just want to act tough. Cool, whatever's good for you. Like I don't care, but like I mean that my dad is tough. Let me not cap. My dad is tough, but I don't think he's not changing. So I think personally, it has to do with your friends, your circle. I think that plays the hugest part on everybody's development, growth, being. If you have a certain group of friends around you that they're gonna their ideology is gonna mold you. You may not adopt like the exact thing, but it's gonna, you're gonna take some form of it. So if you have a whole bunch of friends that are vulnerable with each other, you're not going to feel weird to be vulnerable. Even if you don't be vulnerable, you're not going to feel like it's that weird. As opposed to if you have a whole bunch of friends that don't discuss any type of emotional or any type of, personal trauma with each other.
Yeah.
You're not going to think it's not weird to not say it. I think it just all depends on your circle, what it dictates. I think for us, or for a lot of people, automatically we associate the people we grew up with, like as our circle, and we stick to that. But I think I was saying this to my my cousin the other day my sister. I was saying this to my sister yesterday. That just because you went to school, what I mean? Like me and you. If me and you don't have the same, like if we're both not Knicks fans and Giant fans, just because we knew each other from whatever doesn't necessarily mean we gotta be, you know what I mean? Like we have to share the same type of thing for us, but I don't think people realize that enough to what they want. I think that's where friends get into problems because it's like a relationship. You know, if you have a girl and your girl is not doing whatever for you, or you're a girl and your man is not doing whatever for you, you get out of it. But the same thing applies to friendship, like long-standing friendships. You was a friend when you was a kid, but that friend when you was a kid is not really meeting your needs that you want now.
As an adult, yeah.
As an adult, you don't have to stick to it just because you're a friend as a kid. And I think that's the situation that a lot of people find themselves in, especially guys, right? Which is why maybe they get stuck in whatever whatever mind frame they are, where they gotta, be tough, because that's how I was in the 90s. Like, my brother was tough, I gotta be tough. My brother's friends is tough, my friends gotta be tough. They fight, we gotta fight. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I hate ranting. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Get it off your chest, man. And I agree with that in a sense. I think for me, I always one of those people that, yes, everybody know me. I'm a friendly person.
Right.
I'm all over the place. But I think I also was the type of person to compartmentalize friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know, like you, right?
Mm-hmm.
You are, like I said, my first best friend, whatever, right?
And you can call me ain't shit, by the way.
Huh?
You can call me ain't shit. It's all right.
What you mean I keep calling you ain't shit?
I'm just saying, if you want to say I ain't shit, you can say it. Like, it's fine.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so like I said, my first best friend, right? So with that, we weren't always best friends, right? At a certain point, then it became Josh was my best friend, and then it became John was my best friend, and like right now it's me and John.
Mm-hmm.
But now, in the same respect, like I think for me, I've identified certain people on who I would talk to about certain things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in the vulnerable side, like I come to you a lot. There's been many a times I just pull up at the crib and we just sit there and chat.
We chop it up, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's something that I needed. And I know that, one, not everybody needs to know everything. And two, not everybody's going to receive it and really, one, call me out for what I need to be called out on. Or two, just, if I just need that shoulder just to listen, just listen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think people need to actually be able to do that, in essence. Like, just identify your friends. I always say, if people show you their true colors, don't try to put them in a different crayon box.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Just accept them for who they are.
Yeah, they show.
You don't have to hate them. You don't have to love them. You don't have to, wish bad on them or whatever. But accept them for who they are and move on with it. Like, I don't have a problem with you wanting to do a certain thing. If I don't want to do that certain thing, I don't have to.
I don't gotta do it. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
it doesn't mean I mean malice towards you or whatever.
People think because whatever their standard of relationship is, like, yo, we gotta do this because we've been this. And it's just like, yo, but what if we're not this anymore? We could just, like, what if we're not this anymore? We just this. It's like, bro, that's okay too, bro. Whatever works for both people. People don't. Yeah, I think people just take whatever they see on TV and Instagram and they just apply it to their life.
Yeah,
so that's what it is, bro. We all watching a reality show. That's what it is.
So I guess just continuing with that vulnerability, like we spoke on the other day about E.T., the hip hop preacher. He had posted something recently, and it was about being whipped, right?
Right.
Now, this concept of being whipped, the way he went about it was like, of course I'm whipped. That my wife has been with me when I had nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So she deserves the world. If she needs me, whatever, she deserves that. Now, this is a topic you wanted to speak on.
I'll listen.
So I'm gonna let you go ahead and speak on.
It's just I know whipped as, and I actually, what do you think whip means?
So for me, the definition of being whipped is you know, I guess what people like to say, like, I'm gonna go about it because I'm married, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for me, being whipped would be your wife says stand up, you stand up. Your wife says sit down, you sit down. You know, your wife says, go get my shoes, put them on my feet, and like in front of everybody,
Mm-hmm.
like, and there's a disrespect counter in it
Right.
for me.
Yes.
If your wife or your significant other is telling you like, hey, listen, can you go get me this, blah blah blah, I don't see that as being whipped. I see that as being, all right, I got you,
Mm-hmm.
because you're holding me down, I'm holding you down. But the disrespect factor of it, like, and I'm going to use this example because a lot of Haitian women, when we were growing up, they a lot of the Haitian girls say, I would never marry a Haitian guy because my mom, even when they're mad, he's serving them, blah, 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 right? I see whipped in that aspect. I see it as, if I'm doing nothing for you, but you're doing everything for me, you're whipped.
Interesting. Do, do you think that women can be whipped?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
I agree with you in the beginning. Whipped is somebody, a whipped man is somebody that his girl is basically walking all over him, telling him what to do when he doesn't want to do it. Right? He's like being forced to do it. Whether he's being forced because he doesn't want to face the repercussions of her nagging or her doing whatever or being upset, whatever the case is. I think that's what being whipped is. Um, what ET was saying had nothing to do with my definition of whipped. Just because your girl rides for you, does what everything for you, picks you up when you're down, puts you in a higher place, you don't have to be whipped in that definition. I don't know what his definition of it was. So when I saw the video, I just questioned, like, what do people think whipped is? I had put it on Instagram, and a lot of men had the same definition we have, and not all of the men had the same definition we have, and all of the women, and this is a small poll, I think 10 people responded. Literally, I think it was like 4 guys, 6 girls. All men had the same response we had. All of the women had the same exact response, which was whipped is somebody that's in a committed relationship. That's not whipped, right? Whipped is somebody that is being made fun of because he chose his girl to be in a committed relationship. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's not whipped, right? You would hear guys joking about you being whipped if like you're at the club and your girl call you, yo, you gotta bring your ass home now, nigga. We would do the right
Yeah.
whipped. You know what I mean? But what he was explaining about his girl lifting him up, bringing him from the gutter, doesn't mean you need to give up yours if you don't want to. If you want to do everything for your girl, you're not whipped because you're doing what you want.
You
You're
want to do, yeah.
you know what I mean? You're a man. You're a person. You do whatever you want. If you don't want to do it, but you can't say no, then you're whipped. So it's just like I didn't agree. I think he was just. I don't think he. I think I didn't see that whole entire video or whatever because I don't even think whatever he led into after that had anything to do with relationships and being whipped. I think he just used it as like a clip
Yeah.
kind of thing. But it was just interesting to see people's take on being whipped because yeah, being whipped is like your girl walking all over you or your guy walking all over you, whatever the case is. But I don't gotta be whipped if my girl is doing stuff for me, like because I'm gonna do everything for my girl, and my girl can tell me no.
But I think the biggest problem with, I guess, quote unquote, being whipped is the perception of it, right? You don't want to be made fun of in that way, right? Because like you said, like your girl calls you in the club and it's like, yo, come home. Sometimes your girl could just ask you to come home. Like, it don't have to be anything like that, but your guys are here like, oh, you gotta go. You already know what time it is. Time to go, blah blah blah.
Hmm?
But it's not necessarily you being with. It's I was out, I was hanging out, and now my girl wants to see me.
It's time for you to go home.
You know,
Listen,
I can't do the same things that I wanted to do. And listen, as a married man of 3 going on 4 years now, it's a difficult thing for me.
so crazy. You married for 4 years.
Yeah, man, it's wild.
Congrats. Happy 50 more.
It's a difficult thing for me, especially especially being me. Like I said, I'm a person. I'm very social,
Mm-hmm.
quote unquote mixy, right? So I want to be out, but I can't do those same things. So then when my wife calls, I gotta go home.
I would say this for people. I'm not saying you specifically. Any when you make a choice to be married, you make that choice, right? And you got to know what that entails. So yeah, like when you get married, generally, like yeah, you can't just be out every night. You know what I mean? But I would say the same. I would say also if you go out, especially this day and age, you know if your girl wants you out or not. You know what I mean? Like if you go out and you tell your girl, yeah, I'm gonna be home by 1, and it's like 4, and she hits you up like, yo, come home, it's 4. Yeah, you're not whipped. You told somebody something and you're not there, and like, yeah, she deserves to be upset at you. You know what I'm saying? Um, that's not whipped to me, and obviously, like if that's a situation your boys don't know the backstory of that or whatever, which
Yeah,
is cool. I get that. Um, but like I feel like that is. I feel like, how do I say this?
I mean that leads more to communication, right?
Yes,
And then
yeah, that's what I
example,
want to say. It's like that's communication with you and your girl, which people don't have any business of. So it's not to say niggas not gonna get made fun of for being whipped, because you are, because we niggas, and you know what I mean. But what he was saying in the video, that like using those things to champion what his wife is doing for you is just amazing. That should be what everybody hopes to expect from their spouse. Without, but we shouldn't expect it with a price tag.
yeah.
Maybe, let me ask you, like, do you like? I don't. Well, I don't think I'm not married, so I don't know. Whatever. I don't know. But I don't think that if I give, or if my girl, my wife, like levels me up, that I owe her like a piece of my. I don't know if I owe her. I don't want to say I don't owe her anything, but it's just like I don't owe her something I don't want to give. Basically,
What do you mean?
like if I don't want to give, how do I say this? Because it's tricky. Mad scenarios just running through my head. But like, I want to say my manhood, but I'm not trying to sound misogynistic. But whatever. Like I should my if she does something for me, like whatever, crazy. Let's say she puts me through school. I don't
Mhm.
owe her my manhood. That's what I want to say. I don't think I owe her my manhood.
Now, by owe her your manhood, you mean what per
Well,
se?
for her to disrespect me, like you said, like the whole whip thing comes with
Gotcha.
like a little thing of disrespect or whatever.
Gotcha.
Like, yeah, I don't. You don't deserve to disrespect me ever. Like, if you don't want to do something, don't freaking do it.
And that's that. Again, that's the. I think that's the conversation and the relationship and communication between you and your spouse, right? So if it was a thing where it was like, okay, I you have your job, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you like I'm gonna go back to school. You're gonna put me through school, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was this conversation that we had, me and my spouse, that they're gonna put me through school. And once I get out of school, then I'll be in a better position and blah blah blah. I'll take care of certain things. In essence, we're supposed to level up together because me going through school levels us up as a couple. Because when you're married, you're supposed to be one, right? become one flesh in essence, right? I think what happens is in those situations where people get disrespected is the one person feels they've sacrificed and they've worked hard, put the other through school, and then there's no appreciation on that.
Yeah, but appreciation is one thing. This was, respect and all that stuff.
But that's the thing. If there's no appreciation, what happens is that no appreciation is perceived as disrespect to the one spouse that's doing everything. So now if I'm already disrespected at this point, what the hell respect I have?
So you think that if I'm out and my girl calls me and says to come home and I come home right away when I don't want to, that is appreciation for what she did for me?
No.
Okay.
I was talking in that specific example of the putting through school, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
If that happens where you're out and your girl calls you, hey, come home right, and you don't come home right away, that's more of it. Actually, it can be perceived as disrespect. It can.
I don't come home
if you don't come home right away, or if you tell her like I'm coming home and you don't. It can be. It's very tricky.
If I tell her I'm doing something and I don't, then that I believe that's disrespect.
Okay.
I think that I don't think it's disrespect to her if I'm doing something that I want to do. We can have a conversation about it because we won and we're together and whatever. But yeah, not like if we come to, like, I'm not saying I can just do whatever I want to do or she can do whatever she want to do. We got to come to a mutual understanding of whatever that communication is. So if we come to that, then we both gonna abide by that. I don't think that's disrespect. That's not, to me, that's not disrespect. It's disrespect if maybe I'm doing it without telling you. If it's like I'm just doing whatever I want to do, that's disrespectful in any relationship, no matter what the case is.
Yeah.
Right? So, right? But is that what you were saying?
In essence, because what happens is I'm trying to think about just how, and I want to word it properly. Like I don't want to use me as an example at all.
Don't use it.
But like if you get a phone call and it's like, hey, come home, and the conversation is like, all right, I'll come home in an hour or two because I'm out or whatever, blah, blah, blah. That I can't see as disrespect because you had the conversation. But if it's like, hey, come home, and you're like, all right, I'll come home, and you don't come home.
Yeah, that's disrespectful.
That's disrespectful.
Yeah.
Or if you're just like straight up, nah, I'm not coming home.
Right. I agree.
I think what happens is people just don't have that conversation. They don't have the mutual understanding. And I'm guilty of it. I'm not gonna sit there and act like I don't sit there and be like, yeah, I'll be home or I'm leaving. And you Haitian. Niggas say they leaving. You really don't leave for like another hour.
At the end of the day, that's all we are. The Haitian man. At the end of the day, that's what we are. Yeah, bro. Yeah, I'm that. I do that too. I do that with mad different situations. Like I do say something and I just don't show up and I don't communicate it because it's like I don't want to go through that. That's disrespectful to that person.
Yep. Okay, so we got a thing because Bobby said, yep, that's disrespectful. And then he said, in that scenario, how concerned are you about why they want you to come home?
I think we talked about it. Like it's not about going. It's not about the act. Wow, it's not about the act of going home or not going home. It's about like how you handle that conversation, the communication part. I think, you know what I mean? So like that, what Bobby said about how concerned are you? Like if you're like having that conversation is putting that concern in there, which in turn wouldn't be disrespectful. But like if you just don't care, you're just doing whatever you want, like you a single guy, you don't have somebody waiting for you at home. Yeah, bro, that's wild. It's crazy. Can't do that.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
Why you I mean, yeah, I don't know. What do I know though? I don't know nothing. I'm probably gonna be the one going right home, right to the crib. Like, y'all all gonna be laughing at me.
You're like, oh, this nigga that what?
Nah, I'm not gonna do that, bro. I gotta have. You gotta like me. I gotta
What's
have.
going on, Nigel?
What's up, Nigel? I gotta have communication, just heavy communication, or understanding. Because I'm not gonna be played or do anything I don't want to do. Like nobody's
That's
gonna
the biggest thing.
I
I also believe like you know who you married.
Yes.
Right? If you've made that decision, you know who you married. So while marriage is compromise, it's also knowing who you married. And in that aspect of it, I'm not sitting there saying that you just have to take everything. Of course not. Like I said, marriage is compromise. So we also have to work on, or just relationship is compromise. And it's not just single it out to marriage.
Right.
We also have to work on, being better partner in that relationship, point blank, whether it's a friendship, relationship, marriage, whatever.
Yeah.
I can't constantly be, coming home whenever when I know my partner doesn't like that, because then at that point it's disrespectful.
Yes.
But in the same aspect, my partner shouldn't be able to be like, you know what? He has to be here at 9:00 every night, knowing that I like to go out and stay. You know what I'm saying? Facts. So it's a give and take.
Facts. And it's the word. So it's for guys that are in this scenario is whipped, but for women, their word is what, like a nag, like she's a nag.
Yeah, she's nagging.
You know what I mean? And women, I don't think women like to be called nags either.
Most likely not. I wouldn't say they do.
Yeah, so it's like both gotta both gotta work to not be that. Both gotta work to not be a nag or whipped. Just with communication.
What's going on, Nigel? We sound wise. I don't know about all that, but
nah, bro. I'm probably gonna be the most whipped person ever.
We talking it out.
What is she used to say nope to?
Women don't like to be called nags.
Oh, okay.
At least I'm assuming. I would assume that's what she's saying no to.
Yeah, so good combo though.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it. I feel like there was so
you see, this will get me tight. You see that,
Nigel, you missed it. You missed it.
Yo, Nigel know me for mad long. Like, come on. My son follow me on every social media. You can't put an H and 2 L's in my name, bro.
Nigel missed the beginning of the show where you said how much you hate when people misspell your name.
That get me so tight.
But that's also my fault. Hold on, I got you.
That's so funny. What did you come there, bro? Because it's over between me and you. You already know that. So he did it on purpose. I knew he did it on purpose. Whatever. That's cool. See, I gotta stop letting it bother me. That's what it is. I gotta stop letting it bother me. Yo, you want a funny story? So
Bobby said, if your significant other tells you come home, do you immediately assume it's for an important reason, or do you think it's to assert dominance over you?
I don't know. That's why
I don't know.
I gotta call and ask, what's up? I just gotta call and see what's up. I don't know. I don't assume anything. If she called me, yo, Wit, come home now. I'm like, yo, you good? If she goes, I just want you home now. It's like, oh, wait a second. I told you I was going out. Like, why do you all of a sudden want me home?
That scenario, it sounds like a dominance issue. I just want you home now.
Yeah, that scenario. She can be like, my water broke. Oh, all right. I gotta go.
I gotta go.
I gotta go. Sorry, guys, can't take this last shot of Casamigos. You know
Or
what
are we gonna take this last shot of Casamigos because I might not get another one for a while.
Or that, right? Or that. Yeah, it could be anything. I don't assume anything though. To answer that question,
I don't. I think it also depends on, I guess, past situations too. Because if you are constantly, let's say you're just constantly, hey, come home, come home, come home, and it's like you get there and it was like, all right, yeah, I really ain't have nothing for you. I just wanted you to come home, and then you guys are in separate rooms or you're not even interacting with each other. You kind of, and you look like I could have still been out.
but you have to communicate that. You can't just chalk that up and then the next day you do whatever you want to do because of that.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying
okay.
where it comes in with the whole his question of, do you immediately assume that it's for some important reason, or do you think it's to assert dominance? It's like, if situations happen like that over and over, then at a certain point you're gonna go, are you just trying to just control me, or like, what is it for? Because I've had I have a thing with blowing up my phone.
Okay.
Right? You know, if I get repeated phone calls back and forth, it's kind of a thing for me. Like, all right, something's happening. Something happened. So now I'm in a worry. Like, yo, what happened? Are you good? Everything's fine? And it's like, no. I've been hit with and I'm not speaking on just this relationship, just in general. Like, I've been hit with oh no, just want to talk, and it's just kind of like, oh no,
up your phone?
Yeah, and it's like, what? Like stuff like that.
That's annoying.
Stuff like that is kind of like, ugh.
But that's, but again, I understand.
I didn't know you was in here.
I understand about like, I still think it's like, I feel like it's still important to address it so it doesn't happen again. So it doesn't look like I can't assume it's dominance or it's important until I find out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. But if it kept on happening even after I asked or whatever, then it's whatever. Teresa says, what if they really missed you? That's cool too. You know?
But say that.
Yeah, that's cool. Say you miss me. But what if I don't what if I don't miss you? What then? Let's talk about it. I can talk. Don't say anything. I can say it. I can talk about it. What if I don't miss you? So do I gotta come home? That's the trashiest thing to me ever. If you miss,
but even if it's not to say that you don't miss them, but what if you just want to be out right now? Like, it doesn't have to do with anything about missing. It's just, what if you just want to be out?
What if I just don't miss you? Is it okay to not miss somebody when they miss you? Like, really? Is that a crime? Come on, we talking as guys here. Is that a crime? Can I get it?
Talking as guys, but I'm saying not this one.
Yeah, no, stay out of it. Stay out of it. Say yes. Say yes. Or no, whatever the right answer is. I want to know. I'm curious.
It's not okay, Nels.
All right, that's tough. I'm gonna be single for life. That's tough. That's tough.
That's pretty good. Wow, man.
That's tough, bro. What if she don't miss me and I miss her? Do my feelings get hurt? Sabine thinks it's okay. Thank God. You know what I mean? There's hope.
Sabine.
She says it's okay. It is okay. If you miss me, that's cool. If I don't miss you, you gotta I just think that's just like, bro, we can even play the other card and like, what if it's sex? Like, it's okay if I want to have sex and she doesn't. Like, that's okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it should be okay if you miss me and I don't miss you. If you want to hang out and I don't want to hang out. I don't have to do it all the time. Like, I can come home. You know what I mean? If she missed me and she want to see me, like, I can give you that, but I don't have to. It's the same thing with her. Like, if she don't feel like having sex, but she want, I want to. She doesn't have to not. She can. But it's not like, yeah, let's talk about something else.
Yeah. I'm out of this one. Nope.
You did warn me.
I'm not in this one.
Not the defense. I tried to get out of it a little earlier, but then Bobby dragged us back.
Word. Bobby out here killing people.
Bobby dragged us right back in. Oh yeah, I'm gonna miss you. Sure.
Of course, you miss your significant other or whoever. But whatever. That's it. I'm out.
Yeah. Well, we love our wives and love our girls and our sisters and love all of y'all. Is it okay to not miss your sister? Let's talk about it. I miss my sister, by the way. Just to let the world know, I miss my sister. I'm funny.
I love my sister. I love you, Seaside. It's all right. My sister doesn't even miss me, so it's fine.
That's tough.
She misses me when she sees me, and then she bothers me for a hug. And she's like, "You missed me? No, you didn't. You
right?
You ain't call me."
It's tough. It's a tough world out there, King. Stay safe. Stay safe. Stay strong. I mean, gotta stay strong. So what else we got to touch on? Thick skin.
It's okay. We do a thick skin. Yeah. All right. Whatever. So, recently something happened in our lives. Right. I didn't speak on it last week because it was still kind of fresh. But somebody that is family to you and is pretty much family to me.
Yes, sir.
Was involved in an incident. What we were going to say something, I guess, on.
Well,
it is
my uncle Wilmer. You know what I mean? Person that we kind of grew up with,
who's big influences on our musical styles and everything.
Yeah, he got kidnapped in Haiti last week. Thank God, though, he's back.
Thank God he's back. And I don't want to use this moment to preach or nothing, but like, if you didn't believe God was real at one point, because just to tell you my story of, I guess how I found out about the whole situation is I came home, I had just gotten my COVID shot, whatever, and I wasn't feeling good, but I was saying,
You vaxxed up?
Yeah, man, I'm vaxxed up. Actually, I might not make it actually, because I took the Johnson & Johnson, and now Johnson & Johnson's all wilding out right now. But yeah, knock on wood. I was watching TV, just not feeling good, and Dina comes down like, "Yo, they're kidnapping people live in Haiti right now," and we as Haitians, we hear this all the time.
All the time.
Like, we hear it all the time. We know of people whose family members have disappeared and whatnot. Hear that all the time. So she's showing me the video, and I'm just kind of like brushing it off, like, all right, cool. And I'm literally making jokes, all type of shit. Like, oh, look, I was like, wow, the praise team, they professional. She's still singing. Like, she out here ducking behind the altar, still singing. And I'm like, yo, that keyboardist, bro, still playing. Did not miss a beat. Crazy. Still playing. And then all of a sudden the keyboard stops, and then I see him come across the screen, and I literally yelled like, "Whoa!" Yeah, and grabbed the phone. And Dina, like, she was so shocked. She's like, "What happened?" Like, she didn't even know what was going on. And I'm sitting like, grabbed the phone.
She was watching. Oh no, she was watching the replay of it.
No, she was watching the live.
Oh, so she was just watching them live.
Yes. She was watching the live, and I'm sitting there like, "Yo, rewind that," and I'm literally moving it back. And I'm like, yo, and I just jump up and run to my phone, and she poor her. So sorry, like she didn't know what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
Why was I so in such in a panic? And I'm like, if I just yelled at, I was like, it's Windows uncle, and she was just like, oh shit. And this is literally how I found out.
Yeah, bro, I think I was taking a shower, and I just heard my mom scream like I've never heard my mom scream like that before. And she was just watching the show. Her mouth, it was right here, bro. Her mouth was in her thing, and she was just like, "Oh my god, they took Wilmer." And I'm not proud to say this, but I'm like, "Mom, stop being dramatic. This guy looks like Wilmer."
Yo, real talk.
Like, and then I see those women. I'm just like, they didn't take him, bro. I don't know what is that. And then he didn't come back. I was just like, that guy didn't have a gun. I rewinded. Nigga had a fucking AK. I was like, yo, what the? And I didn't. She started crying. I was just like, wait, this is not supposed to happen to us. It's not supposed to happen to people like me.
Like it happens to everybody else, but now
exactly. You know what I mean?
Not supposed to happen
at that moment, it was just like, oh man, this is crazy. We paying this is it was just it was nuts. Yeah,
unfortunately, in most of the times when this happens, that person don't come back.
Yeah,
and I did not want to. Like, I know it was a thought in the back of my mind, but I did not want to think it like, nah, this can't be life right now. And I'm literally like, for the next 2 or 3 days before he came back, like I'm like, I didn't want to bother you guys a lot because I hit text you like, hey, any updates or whatever, because I know you guys are going through it. But like, I'm literally sitting in my crib like, yo, like I didn't show it, but it's kind of like, yo, what's going on? Like,
it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy.
Finally was like, yo, he's coming back. When I tell you, I'm like, yo, if you did not believe God is real, prayer works, I'm telling you that it does. And I know for a fact, like, they always give you the cheesy vengeances, the Lords, and da 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 da. Like, for you to have the audacity to roll up in a church during a service and taking pretty much people doing God's work.
Sick.
I ain't that Christian yet, but something got to happen to you, B.
Yeah, it's sick. I mean, bro, it's crazy out there, bro. It's not just Haiti. Everywhere is nuts.
Yeah,
everywhere is nuts. People, I know a lot of people were saying, how can they do that in the church? They don't got respect for God. They don't have fear of God. But bro, a lot of people don't fear God, bro.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't fear God. So I wasn't. It's not. I was shocked. I was more shocked that his face was on the camera. I was more shocked that he came on there without a mask. Like, you're not even afraid of COVID, bro. Wow, you crazy. My son went bare face, was raw dog in the air.
Yeah, we can laugh now, but at the time,
and then put his face on the camera and he's lit. He's cool and chilling. But yeah, bro, Haiti is just it's been in a tough place. It's still in a tough place.
Like I'm still upset with Haiti itself. Like, I be seeing pictures because I follow all these like Haitian American whatever thing, and it'd be showing how nice Haiti looks and the beautiful beaches, and I just get upset. Like, I'm just mad because it's like it's not even safe enough for me to go there and enjoy.
Very sad. I mean, but I don't know. I'm not a Haitian activist. I don't know what the politics and the landscape of Haiti is right now. Right, I know that this has been going on since 2012, probably before then. It's been going on for almost a decade. I remember when I did go to Haiti, and I used to be scared that they're gonna kidnap us. It was Wilmer that was telling me, "Yeah, they ain't gonna kidnap you. Don't worry about it. You good." Because it's usually an inside job. Like, it's usually a family. That's
The
never gonna
family
happen
that
to
set
you.
you up and all that
You're
stuff.
good. Like you're right. You know what I mean? My sister used to go over there all the time. Dolly, you know, it's funny. She makes fun of me. She makes fun of me to this day because me and her went to Haiti by ourselves, and I wasn't the coolest. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't the coolest, poised person or whatever. You know, but then like the person that gave her that security blanket gets taken. Yeah, it's wild, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So I mean, I'm glad he's home. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we should have realized it, but it's because we're so close to him. But my boy is a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Like Wilmer Jean Pierre is a big deal. People know him. A lot of
No,
people.
this just the Jean-Pierre name, period.
Yeah,
From from when they used to play in the jazz to
yeah,
the gospel and all that. It's you know who they are.
yeah. Like people. Yeah, you know what I mean? They gun for him. They gun for
Yeah.
him. Like they was just like, oh, he's lit. His family lit. So yeah, I guess you don't realize I guess you don't realize it could be you until it's you.
Yeah.
I'm glad God didn't teach us that lesson the hard way.
Oh man.
I mean,
So am
this
I.
was the hard way, but it could have been way worse. Could have been
Yeah.
so much worse. So man, we just gotta learn to watch our backs, watch everything that we do, whatever the case is. But yeah, Haiti not gonna catch me there for. I mean, my
I feel
grandma
that.
not there. I got no reason to go to Haiti. My grandma passed, rest in peace, like 2 years ago. So I don't got no reason to go to Haiti.
Yeah.
I wanted to, like, I wanted Haiti to be lit because I
Me
know
too.
they were
I
doing
know
a
it was.
destination in Haiti. They were doing like spring break in Haiti. It was a movie. I wanted Haiti to be so lit, but because of this, and you know, like this is gonna set Haiti back in that regard because it was such a big thing.
Yeah.
I think a New Jersey politician had tweeted it or mentioned it about the kidnapping going into Haiti, like about woman.
Well, I think she's Haitian.
Oh, she is.
Yeah. I think
It was a lady.
if it's the person I'm thinking of, it would have been a lady, but I didn't see the tweet or nothing like that. But there is, I think, in New Jersey, I think like Attorney General or something like that.
Okay,
Is
that's
she's
not
a
her.
Haitian woman?
Okay, yeah. Just it just made news. Like I had spoke to somebody. A boy put me in touch with somebody when we were trying to figure out how to get him out of there. And he's a big deal, and he knew exactly who Wilmer was. He was just like, "Oh yeah, but we're gonna do whatever we gotta do to get him back." But he was just like, "Yeah, everybody knows him." It was just like when he said that to me, I was just like, "Yo, that's crazy!" Like, what do you mean? It's my uncle. He just play keys. Like all he want to do is play the piano.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm glad. I'm just glad it worked out. I'm
Yeah.
glad we never got to go through any of that stuff again. We just all got to be careful wherever we go. Stay prayed up.
And I
Can't
think
just
at
use
that
that.
point, this is where we go and stay prayed up. We can end on that note because the dog's out here barking and storm up. He wants to come inside, and it's time for the boy to go to
Yeah,
bed. Yeah, Rocco, man, stop acting up.
Rocco, that was you? Oh, I know that.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Nels, I appreciate you for coming out.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Proud of you doing all this too, bro. Proud of you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
This is dope, and I see it. You taking this to the next level every time, which is amazing. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to get a little more consistent with it, and doing little upgrades here and there.
Yeah, man. So yeah, have me back whenever you're ready to.
Whenever you want to come back, you back.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
I appreciate you, everybody. Thank you for coming out. Of course, share this video, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed already, subscribe. And with that being said, This is Drin Talks.
Wait, you remember that sign off that your dad used to do?
Oh, I should start doing that.
You bad.
I should start doing that.
Peace out.
All right,
out.
guys. Watch. Here we go. Just this is for the world. So everybody, thank you for coming. If I'll see you later. Peace out. Bye. I'm backing out. 1. Drin Talks. See you.